Inside of this box is the easiest ramp that you will ever put together. You don't need a saw, you don't have to make any cuts at all you need is a few simple tools, and you have a ramp that you can take with you and skate anywhere. Today we're going to unbox this ramp, we're gonna put it together, I'm gonna show you how to assemble it, we're gonna see how easy it is to assemble, but also we're gonna see, is it a ramp worth buying for you as a skateboarder? This box is from a company called Keen Ramps, and if you're brand new to my channel, Keen Ramps is a company that is by skaters for skaters. They make some really awesome skateboard ramps so that you can get better as a skateboarder, or they just make some really fun skateboard ramps so you can continue to have fun on your skateboard. This specific one is called the Puzzle Wedge, and the whole idea, the concept behind this is that you don't really have to make any cuts to put this ramp together. All you have to do is take it, have a simple mallet, and then a drill, and you can put this thing together and then also skate it. The founder of this company is Corey Keen, and if you don't follow them on Instagram, I'd highly recommend to follow Keen Ramps and see all the incredible stuff that they are doing. But I'm excited to get in this. Let's go ahead and unbox this thing. We just unboxed this ramp from Keen Ramps, and inside of it, there are only 5 pieces that we need to put this ramp together, which is kind of crazy. If you've ever built any sort of ramp, you definitely need more than 5 pieces, but you can see this is called the puzzle ramp, and you can see why. If you look right here, you already see the little puzzle pieces that need to go together, and you can see the CNC logo of Keen right here as well. So this is the back of the Wedge ramp. Super sick. You can see even right here, if you look really close, there are some holes that are already drilled in here, so everything is pretty much ready to go. So this is one of the 5 pieces. This is the back of the ramp. So this is what's gonna go and kind of hold everything together on the ground. And then we also have our 2 side pieces right here. So you can see right here, the form of the ramp, same little puzzle shape, really cool CNC logo right here that says Keen Ramps. And then one of my favorite things they do with their ramps are, you see this circle right here? And so if you've ever skated like a kicker or a launch ramp or even a quarter pipe, one of the hardest things is picking that ramp up and then setting it down on a flat surface. So they've added this almost little grip right here, so you don't have to worry about pinching your fingers ever again. All you have to do is reach down, grab this thing, lift up, and you're good to go. So here's one side of the ramp. Right here we've got the other side of the ramp. Same thing, puzzles there. We've got some pre-drilled spots, and you've got that handle right here for your hand as well. So piece number 3 is right here. Piece number 4, we've got our sheet metal. So one of the things I love about this is already drilled, and you can see it's already countersunk. I don't know if you can see that or not, but it's countersunk right there as well. This makes it to where when you go up the ramp, you don't have this big gap. This is the only thing you have to ride over, and it should be set to where it's perfect, to where when you ride up it, you don't feel it kick or anything like that. So super excited this already came with it. And if you've ever built your own ramp, one of the worst things is trying to find one of these and drill a hole in it. So the fact that this is done is amazing. So that was piece number 4. The last piece, this is the biggest piece, and this is kind of the top of it. So this is what you're gonna be riding off of to ollie, to kickflip, really just to skate this thing in general. And now that I'm looking at this, you can see right here, it's even been sanded down where that sheet metal is gonna go as well. So it's gonna be a really flush, really clean way to be able to skate this thing. You can see everything connects on this puzzle right here. I'm super excited to put this thing together. The other thing that's in here that is super important, they give you all the screws and also the bolts that you need in here as well. It comes in this. There's also a Keen Ramps little packet in here. And as you open it, a few of the things that Keen Ramps puts in here. One of the most important things in my mind, some Keen Ramps stickers. So these are super sick. I put them on my board. Really cool that they put these in here. But they also have this little brochure so you can see all the other ramps that Keen Ramps makes available. They're all in here as well. So you'll see different ramps. They also make some round rails and some really cool accessories in there. But you definitely don't want to forget about these when you're putting the ramp together. So to put this ramp together, you really only need 3 tools. The first thing, you're going to need some sort of power drill, and you're going to need a Phillips head on it. All the wooden screws that they gave us, they all have a Phillips head on top. It's the most universal kind of thing that we use. So easiest one to be able to use. You can use a screwdriver, but I would highly recommend make sure you use a drill. So the second thing you'll need is a crescent wrench, because when you're putting on that stainless steel sheet metal, when you're putting on kind of the bottom of the ramp, it is bolted in. So you're gonna use the drill, but then you'll also use this for the nut underneath the ramp. And then lastly, to put all of this together, unless you're super strong, you're gonna need some sort of mallet. And I have this one, I got it from Craftsman. Really, really like this. I ended up getting this at Lowe's, and it's been one of my favorite mallets that I've ever used. But yeah, if you think you can strongman it and put it together, go ahead. But for me, I'm gonna go ahead and use this. And you can get all of this stuff at Lowe's. This video is not sponsored by Lowe's. However, there are gonna be a link in the description down below to all of these items. If you do purchase through that link, it does help support this channel. So I'm sure you can put this together in a bunch of different ways, but what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna first take these side little pieces of the ramp and I'm going to just wedge them in to the top of this, and I'm gonna end up doing that with a mallet. I'm gonna do the side pieces first, and then we'll do the back piece. As soon as everything is in there and snug, then we'll take the drill and we'll put all those screws in to make sure that it's nice and secure. Okay, now that we've got it pretty much ready, we're gonna grab our screws, we're gonna start putting some screws in here. Okay, so the next thing we're gonna do, we're gonna take our steel plate, now that we've got the ramp put together, we're gonna put it on the bottom of the ramp so it's nice and smooth when you ride up and skate it. Okay, so we just got the ramp fully assembled, and I will say, I built other ramps before. This did not take me very long at all. In comparison to what it would take to build this ramp, to cut everything, to put everything in, like Keen Ramps makes this really, really easy so that you can put this together and then go and skate it right after. My first impressions of this ramp actually being built, I'm a huge fan of it. I think it is a perfect little wedge ramp that you can be able to skate. You can take this to multiple different obstacles, and because there's not the cross 2x4s in the middle for support, it makes it a little bit lighter as well. I also love the way that it looks. I actually really enjoy the puzzle look of it, and then Keen Ramps just adds their logo on there with the CNC, so it looks super clean as well. And you heard me talk about the handles on the ramp. I love that those are there, that way you can just pick it up and move it somewhere else. It feels super light, and when I look on the Keen Ramps website, the dimensions of this, it is 11.5 inches tall, it is 18 inches wide, and it is 45 inches long. So it's long enough to where you can go up and you can skate it, tall enough to where you can get a little bit of extra snap off your ollies. And then as far as moving this thing, they're saying this thing only weighs 20 pounds. So it really is probably the lightest kicker that I've ever seen, outside of like those kind of junky plastic wedge ramps. As far as like a high quality ramp, this is the lightest ramp that I've ever seen anybody make. Kind of blown away that this is only 20 pounds. It doesn't seem super heavy to me. Olivia, will you come and pick this up? I wanna see if you think that it's like heavy or not. Ta-da! It is in fact super light. Or Olivia's super strong. Not only is this thing lightweight and easy to move, because it's smaller, it's also easy to store. So you can put it in your garage, but I'm gonna go take this thing and see if it'll actually fit in the back of my Jeep. So if I were to go somewhere, pick this ramp up, put it in the back of my Jeep and go to a skate spot, would it fit easily with everything else that I'm gonna bring with me so that I can set up at a spot and actually skate it? Let's go figure that out. So as you can see, this puzzle wedge fits perfectly into my Jeep, so I can take it somewhere, I can take it out and actually skate it. Next, we're gonna test the strength of the ramp. So I'm gonna skate it a little bit. I'm not gonna skate it a whole lot because I have a few other videos I wanna film on this puzzle wedge, but let's get it out and get first impressions of what it feels like to roll up and down and just to skate this thing. Okay, so as far as the puzzle wedge ramp, I absolutely loved it. Like I said, I skated a little bit. I'm not gonna do a whole lot because I wanna do a whole nother video where I skate this ramp. But the coolest thing about this ramp, yes, the way that it looks, but my favorite thing about it, it is the most inexpensive ramp really that I've ever seen from a professional grade quality. And that's because you can buy it from Keen Ramps and it's only $99. And if you made it this far in the video, we're gonna test the puzzle wedge ramp and see how strong it actually is. Not just me skating, but we're gonna take the Jeep and we're gonna pull it up onto it and see if it will actually survive or withstand the Jeep's weight on top of the ramp. Let's get it. So I'm gonna have a link down in the description below. You can purchase this puzzle wedge ramp from Keen Ramps right down there. And if you do purchase it, let me know if you do actually like this ramp. I enjoyed it. I think it is an incredible ramp to have, you know, in your garage, or if you want to take it in your vehicle to go somewhere to skate and have a fun street session. Later, I'm going to take this ramp and put it to some other obstacles. That way we can skate onto things that may be a little bit harder to ollie onto. Well, thank you guys for watching this video. Please like this video if you did like it, and subscribe to our YouTube channel for more content just like this. We have some other videos right here on the screen. Make sure to check those out, and I'll catch you guys in the next video.